Hey guys, it is September 1st, 2011. That means it's the second annual Diabetes Art Day. The brilliant idea comes from the brilliant Leanne Thill. You know, the blogger. You know, the licensed art therapist. You know, the fabulous redhead. Leanne launched Diabetes Art Day last year and it was wildly successful. So successful. I'm really bad with adverbs. Wildly. That's an adverb, right? I participated last year, and if you're watching this video on my blog, I'll post a link under the video so you can see my picture from last year. Diabetes Art Day is cool for many reasons, and really Leanne kind of gets into a lot of them on her website, The Butter Compartment, which I'll link to, and diabetesartday.com. But the reason that I like it is the way that it encourages sharing and blog hopping. Today on my blog, there's going to be a lot of people that are coming from diabetes art links to see my diabetes art. And that's kind of cool because there's like unexpected guests at your house. Oh my god, you guys. Pardon the mess. If I knew people were coming, I would have cleaned up a bit. Making art is powerful. It's healing. And it's really telling. My art is totally unique to me. And later on today, when I do the blog hopping of my own, I'm going to see how many different unique perspectives there are on diabetes, which is really rad. And I'm not just talking like, oh, there's a child with diabetes and his art, a wife with diabetes and her art, and mother of a diabetic and her art. I'm talking about somebody who's very similar to me. Just a normal type 1 diabetic sees their illness in a different way than I do. And that's cool. Or rad. I wanted to use the word rad. And that's rad. This is from Leanne's website. She wrote, "We are all diabetes advocates in some way. Some people advocate for everyone with diabetes. Some advocate for the person they love with diabetes. Some advocate for themselves. Some advocate purposefully. Some advocate out of necessity. And some advocate without even realizing that's what they're doing." By participating in Diabetes Art Day this year, I am advocating for this community. This is a community event. This encourages conversation. This is awesome. Or rad. This is rad. Why am I stuck on the word rad? Okay. Maybe the art will be healing. And I'm sure all of the things that Leanne has listed on her website, I mean, she's a licensed art therapist, so she knows this stuff. But for me, what I'm going for is just connecting to the community and being part of a group, which I guess is good for my mental health also, right? The art that I'm going to demonstrate for you guys in a second is called injecting. I'm sure you're familiar with the word injecting, but I've taken it back from its negative connotations. To me, the word injecting used to mean something painful, something I didn't really look forward to doing, something I hated. And now injecting is a new art form. An art form that is fun to do and makes beautiful pieces of art on... I was doing so well. It's basically making art with used syringes. I've never done it before. I hope it works. Okay. Hello. I'm in a new place. I'm in my dining room, and I'm in my arts and crafts clothes. Not really. It's just an old t-shirt and a pair of medical scrubs from when I was in med school. Just kidding. I got them at the Goodwill. But this is a brand new kind of art. It's pretty much just splatter paint, but what I'm doing is I'm taking a blank sheet of paper, and then I'm taking an old syringe. But what I did with the syringe was using scissors. I actually cut the actual needle part off, so there's no needle on the tip of this. Cutting the needles off isn't the most enjoyable act. There was a rogue needle that I had to search my dining room for a few minutes ago, but I found it luckily because I'm barefooted. So basically what this thing that I'm calling injecting is on the blank sheet of paper. I hope you can see this. I'm just taking some regular like poster paints and sucking up some paint and then kind of just squirting it onto the paper. I told you I've never done this before, right? So I'm kind of learning like techniques as I go to see if there's like a good way to do this. But so it's kind of like a splatter sort of looking thing. But I'm gonna actually do a piece of art that looks a little bit like my art last year. I think I'm kind of like a one-trick pony when it comes to painting, but I have this idea. It might take me 10 or 15 minutes to do, so I'm gonna keep the camera on, but I'll probably like put it in like triple speed or something, and maybe set it to like Benny Hill music. I don't know, maybe not. But anyway, here we go. Whatever. So there's my little art project. I really cannot wait to see what everyone else comes up with in the online community. Diabetesartday.com, the butter compartment. I'll have a link down here on my blog if you're watching on my blog. Just participate, guys. This was so much fun.